All right, what's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade again here for you. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another hardware wallet comparison video. On my left here, we have the Keevo Model 1. It's a brand new premium hardware wallet. And on my right, we have the BC Vault, the limited edition version, which is essentially just the upgraded material and casing. Stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss this one. All right, guys, welcome back. So before I jump into the content, I just want to reiterate in the description below and pinned in the comments, I have my brand new ebook, 7 Best Ways to Secure Your Crypto, updated for 2021. Check it out, it's 100% free and it directly relates to what we're going to be talking about here. So just wanted to point that out there. Let's dive right into the content. What we're going to do is same and similar format that I've been doing over the last few of these comparison videos that are updated. We're going to cover 3 categories that I specifically look at when making a hardware wallet purchasing decision and things that you may want to consider before you dive in and make your choice. Category number 1 is going to be the design, security, and form factor of the device. The second category is going to be the coin support. We'll look at specific coins or coins that are unique to each individual device and their capabilities, such as staking. And then third and final category is the price. We'll compare the price of these objects, and then I will give you ultimately which one of these hardware wallets I would personally choose if I could only choose one. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now I'm gonna start on the left here with the Keevo Model 1. Since this is a brand new hardware wallet, this is something that recently came to the market. So let's talk about some of the unique and key features here. So as you can see, this is a really premium upgraded material, high quality device. It's very sturdy. As you can see down here, there's a fingerprint authenticator as well. And there's a 2.8-inch touchscreen display, as you can see here. So on this particular device, a few things that make it extremely unique, other than the fact that it's brand new, obviously, and that it's a premium upgraded model, is you have a USB-C connector up the top here, and this is running on a desktop application, which means ultimately that it's not wireless or it's not Bluetooth, but you can manage it on a desktop application similar to Ledger Live and Trezor Suite. So that's how you'll manage this particular device. It also has a removable carbon key, which is on my right here. And this is where ultimately you can store your private keys. And then also it's got a dual chip architecture design. So there's a secure element chip in this removable carbon key as well as the device itself. Additionally, this is a multi-factor and multi-signature wallet, which makes it extremely unique. So in order to authenticate or in order to sign and send transactions, you need to have 3 out of 4 factors enabled in order to do that. Factor number 1 is the device itself here. So obviously you need this device if you're going to sign and send a transaction from your wallet. The second thing here is the thumbprint authenticator on the left here. It requires your thumbprint, and you can also enable thumbprints for another person, spouse, loved one, family, etc., so that you can share this wallet with more than one person if you choose. Third option or factor is going to be the PIN code. This is a programmable 4 to 8 digit PIN, which you will utilize and obviously sign and set up for the device on the security. And then fourth and final is this removable carbon key. Now, I want to point out also that this is an option for the removable carbon key. There is no recovery seed option technically with any of these devices. What that means is that when you set up the device, you don't have a sheet of paper that you write down your 12 or 24 word recovery seed phrase. In this particular case, the seed generation is on this removable carbon key, so you clearly want to store the carbon key in a different location than you would in the Keevo device itself. So just keep that in mind. And then also on this particular device, it has an optional beneficiary service. So this is an optional service, a subscription model, where if you want to send in your carbon key, your physical carbon key to Iron Mountain, who they teamed up with, that will give you an option for essentially sending this in, as well as any other proprietary information you want to pass this on to someone after you pass away. It's a very unique selling proposition. Some people will want it, some people will not, but ultimately this is the only hardware wallet provider that is tackling this particular particular kind of issue. I like that they're innovating in that particular respect. So it would be sending this into a custodian service, and then if you were to pass on, you would need to have everyone registered as your beneficiary in order to retrieve and secure your crypto. So that's an optional service. Typically runs around $96 a year if that's something that you want to use. So just keep that in mind. And I know that there's going to be some people that ask, but as I was playing around with the device as well, there is an option here for your seed phrase. You would have to connect it to the desktop application, but it will generate a 24-word recovery seed phrase if you want to write it down as an option, but it's not required, and it doesn't actually set it up itself on the Carbon Key, but it is optional if you want to go back to it. So that's some of the unique features and components of the Keevo Model 1. This is brand new. It's very high quality, brushed stainless steel, very durable. I'll link a video above in the top right corner at the end for the full unboxing and review on this. So this is the Keevo Model 1. Now for the BC Vault 1, this particular model, which is upgraded, it runs, and we'll get into the pricing a little bit later, but ultimately this is also a very unique and multi-signature enabled device. You set up a global PIN, and there is no recovery seed phrase option on this as well. This also runs off of a USB-C connector, and then there is a port here for your SD card slot, which is optional if you so choose. It runs on a full D-pad and a click button here, and then there's a full black and white screen. And you'll set, essentially, when you set it up for the first time, a master password, which anyone that you choose, you can set up a master password as well as a PIN code. And that's ultimately, you can set up a specific pattern where they have to click in order to activate and pull on the device. Now, one thing I don't like about this is that if you happen to forget the global password, or you happen to forget the combination of the password and the unique PIN that you set up with this device initially, if it's gone, there's no way to retrieve it, and there's no recovery seed to get your crypto. So just be sure that whatever pattern you choose and whatever password you choose for this D-pad, that you will remember, and everyone that you decide to share it with will remember, because there is no fail-safe for that. It's just one thing that I personally don't like. You know, if this breaks or if something happens and you don't have the PIN code and you don't have the master password, the global PIN, then you're kind of SOL. That's only one thing I don't like about this particular model. But as far as the overall wallet, in order to initialize it and set it up, you actually would physically shake the device, and that will initialize and set it up, because ultimately this is a very unique device, and it does have multiple users and multiple factors that you can set up to share a wallet with multiple people. So very similar to the Keevo in that regard. So again, you just want to be aware of those key things, such as the global PIN and password, where there is no backup, but there is no fail-safe. If you get locked out, your crypto's gone, it's untouchable. So just keep that in mind. So let's talk about the second category here. As I mentioned, obviously that's specific and unique coin support. I want to point out here that with the Keevo Model 1, this is a brand new device, and as of shooting this video, this device only holds 4 specific coins. Number 1 is Bitcoin, which also includes SegWit as well as Bitcoin BEC32. Second one is Bitcoin Cash. Third one is Bitcoin SV. And then fourth and final coin on this device here is Ethereum. As of shooting this video, those are the only coins that are currently supported, but they are going to be expanding coin support in the future. As someone that's personally worked and developed a hardware wallet before, I know it's very capital intensive, resource intensive, and time intensive to roll out new coin support on a hardware wallet. So they just most likely wanted to get the device out there and get any sort of the initial bugs worked out, but over time they're going to be expanding coin support, as well as adding the different options for staking and other features as well. So you just want to be aware of that when making your choice. Right now it's only going to hold that. Now, touching again on the BC Vault 1, this particular device is going to hold a lot more coins. Obviously, it's going to hold all ERC20 tokens, which is over 1,100 of them. It's also going to hold, specific coins like XRP. It's going to hold specific coins, Uni, Chainlink, that kind of thing. Most of the popular DeFi coins, as they are based on the ERC20 model, and obviously Ethereum, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and so on. So you just want to be aware that this option, there's a lot more coins that can be managed and supported on the portfolio. Unfortunately, there is no staking yet for the BC Vault. But as I understand it, that is something that is also being worked on and developed. So ideally, as of shooting this video, neither of these devices are gonna be good if you wanna stake on a hardware wallet. But again, they do have multiple signatures and multiple portfolios that you can have a shared one, meaning you can have multiple signatures and shared portfolios. You can have multiple portfolios on the desktop application for BC Vault as well, and so on. So you just wanna be aware of that. Now, the third and the final category here obviously is the price of these particular devices. Now, looking at the price on the Keevo Model 1, as I mentioned, this is a premium hardware wallet, so the price point is going to be a little bit higher. This Keevo Model 1, as you see it here, is $299, and it comes with obviously everything you see here, the cable and an upgraded box. There is an optional Founders Edition that is for the first 1,000 models, and that goes for $399. That essentially gets you a custom carrying case, as well as the device, and it also includes a full year of the Beneficiary subscription service as well. So that's optional, but not required, and that's the Founder Edition price of the Keevo Model 1. Now, the BC Vault, they have a lower version that has a plastic enclosure, and it's all black. That is 131 euros, which is roughly $158 US. Or you can have the upgraded gunmetal, which is a black metal version of this, as well as the silver limited edition of this, and that's 221 euros. Again, the only difference there between this model you see in my hand and the cheaper one is just the casing. The cheaper one is plastic, and this is actually metal, so it's more durable. So you just want to keep that in mind. That's the only physical difference. As you can see, these specific devices, 221 euros is approximately, give or take, 260 US versus 299 US. They're relatively close in terms of the price. If you were to look at these two specific, you can obviously see they're very comparable in overall size as well. Ultimately, right now, if I personally had to choose, honestly, I still would go with the Keevo Model 1, and here's why. It really bothers me with the BC Vault that there is no fail-safe. It's just that one bugaboo. It's a great wallet, it's great multi-signature. The only thing that I personally don't like about it, even though this has more coin support, is that the BC Vault does have that global PIN and password setup on the physical device. And if you forget your pattern or your variation, then you're locked out of the device forever. There is literally no fail-safe, and there's no workaround to restore your crypto on this device. And I know people sometimes can forget their patterns and forget their passwords, which is totally normal. But with this one, you're kind of locked. You're screwed. You lose crypto if for any reason you forget it. As I mentioned, there is no seed recovery phrase on this option, but as I pointed out earlier in the video, there is an option to manually generate it. So if you ever lose the device, if it ever gets broken, you still can restore your crypto and you're not gonna lose everything. Even though this only holds 4 coins right now and I had to pick, I mean, obviously if I had a larger portfolio, I would have to go with the BC Vault when it comes to these two. But just on overall design, user experience, the overall desktop application, Keevo still wins. It's a better experience, it's better to use, and you have multiple factors that are built right into the actual design of the device, whereas this one, it is more of a manual setup. Ultimately, in this one, Keevo is gonna be the winner here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns on either of these devices, leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll address it the best way that I can for you. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. If you click the video in the top right corner of the screen, it's gonna link you to a full review and unboxing video of the Keevo Model 1, as I just recently filmed it, and it's a brand new hardware wallet device. I will see you guys in that video. Crypto Renegade out.